Hey there, welcome to Reflections in Nature. My name's Erin, and I'm honored to guide you through your practice today. So, today's practice will be on the third eye chakra, which is the Ajna chakra. So, this is actually going to be a Yoga Nidra practice. If it feels good, I'd suggest for you to lie down for this practice. So, you might want to gather comfortable things, or maybe you want to take this practice in your bed or maybe even take it on the couch. So just gathering some things that make you feel comfortable and just give you a second to get set up. So here, just settling into a comfortable way of being for the next 30 so minutes. I'm going to start off by reading you a poem. Maple leaf, falling down, showing front, showing back. And that's by Ryokan. It's a late 18th and early 19th century Japanese Buddhist poet and monk. And this poem kind of shows the momentarily release oneself from the tension of trying to get things done perfectly right. And I chose this poem because meditation is never about practicing being right or wrong. It just is. So just find a comfortable position here. We'll begin our practice. Welcoming yourself to this practice, a Yoga Nidra practice. This type of yoga does not require any movement. It's just finding a comfortable position and allowing yourself to be in whatever way that means for you. You may choose to lie on your back in Shavasana, or it might feel better to come to side lying, so lying down on the side, bending the knees. Finding a comfortable pillow or a blanket to place underneath the knees or in between the legs if you're in side lying posture. During this practice, I will guide you through a series of various practices to allow you to have some deep relaxation. We'll move through breath work, a body scan, and finally a visualization. You may not remember all that's said during this practice as you reach deeper states of consciousness or deeper states of relaxation, but trust that your subconscious will receive all the information. Remember, there's no right way or wrong way to do this practice of Nidra. Trust that you'll get out of it what you need for this moment of time. Settling in for this practice. Feeling the ground beneath you. And see if on each exhalation, you can allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the ground. Maybe noticing if your body could get 5% more comfortable. Perhaps by placing an extra pillow under the head, or maybe adding a blanket to weight your belly. Letting your eyes flutter closed, if that feels right, or maybe just gazing softly at the sky or ceiling above you. making any final adjustments here. And please know that if you need to move during this practice, that is also just fine. The Ajna, or third eye. This chakra is located in between the brow line, and it represents intuition, vision, and clarity. It is closely associated with the realm of the subconscious and the unconscious, coming to us in dreams and mental images. When the Ajna chakra is aligned, you trust in your intuition, you become more self aware, and you begin to act upon your values. An imbalance in the third eye chakra will show up as signs of anxiety about the future, indecision, and a mistrust of self. Physical symptoms include insomnia, vision impairments, and brain fog. Sitting with all of that information here, bringing your awareness to that center space in between both brows, and seeing here if you can just breathe in and out naturally from that space. The mantra of the Ajna chakra is I see. This is an affirmation to remind us that we have the ability to perceive not only the world around us, but patterns, themes, ideas, and mental images. That we have deep capacity for creative thinking and problem solving. Repeat this mantra 3 times to yourself. Inhaling I, exhaling C. Inhaling I, exhaling C. Inhaling I, exhaling C. We'll begin by taking a journey through the body, bringing your attention to each body part, following the guidance of this voice here, my voice. Imagine your awareness is a deep indigo blue light, the color of the third eye chakra. Imagine this light flowing through each part of the body as you bring your attention to it. Noticing any sensations that arise when this light of awareness shines in the body. Let's begin by imagining an indigo blue orb of light between the eyebrows. As you breathe in, the light grows brighter. And as you breathe out, it dims slightly, but never goes out. And watch this orb of light pulse for the next few breaths. And growing brighter and brighter as you focus your attention on it. On the next breath in, let light fill your head with radiant energy, softening that space between the eyebrows, loosening the jaw. letting the tongue fall away from the teeth, softening the cheeks, the eyes, releasing any tension in the face, gentle breath in the nostrils, the ears listening, deep blue light glowing from the inside out. On the next breath in, the light flows down to the nape of the neck, to the collarbones, the shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the palms of the hands, the thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, pinky fingers. Deep blue light pulsing in the hands. Moving back up the arms now to the wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, collarbones. Sending the light back to the third eye for a moment, breathing in and out, building energy. An orb of deep blue light, pulsing with the breath. As you breathe deeper, the light begins to expand downwards to fill the whole chest. Feeling the lungs expand with breath and energy. The ribs expanding too. The belly gently rising and falling. The whole upper body basking in deep blue light. The light flows now to the waist, the hips, the pelvis, and down the thighs, to the knees, calves, ankles, feet, the toes, the first toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, fifth toes, the feet pulsing with deep blue light. Back of the legs now to the ankles, the calves, knees, thighs, the lower body encased in this healing deep blue light, releasing any tension, feeling relaxed. The whole body now basking in indigo light, the light of your awareness. Bringing your attention to the breath now, witnessing the natural rhythm of breath, the gentle movement of air in and out of the nostrils. Noticing cool air entering the body and warm air leaving. The seed sound of the Ajna Chakra is the sound Om. I will chant this sound 3 times. You can join me either out loud or in your mind. Take a deep breath to begin. Om. 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 Let the breath return back to its natural rhythm now, focusing on the sensation of the belly and chest rising and falling with each inhale and exhale. Noticing the temperature now as air enters the body and as it leaves the body. Cool air in, warm air out. Cool air in, warm air out. Feeling warmth in other areas of the body now. Warm underneath clothing or blankets, soft and comforting. Feeling coolness elsewhere. The cool air on your cheeks or ears, cool and refreshing. Sensing the back of the body now, dense against the support of the earth, stable, supported. Sensing the front of the body, light as if floating on air, soft, weightless. Feeling the heaviness of the body and the lightness of the body at the same time. Finding an equilibrium deep inside the body, along the length of the spine, where heavy meets light, finding balance. Let your mind be free of attention to the body and the breath now. And let your third eye wander as I guide you now through some visualizations. The third eye is the domain of the subconsciousness and unconsciousness minds, where visions and dreams reside. Take notice of the images that visit you from this dreamlike state of consciousness. Imagine a lotus flower at the junction between the eyebrows, floating just above the body, as if floating on water. It is a deep, dark shade of indigo blue. It begins to open as you inhale, unfurling its petals as if opening to the sun. As you exhale, it begins to close as if signaled by the moon. Opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing, undulating on invisible waves. I will list some images now. Let them float up to the surface of your mind's eye and then fade away, only to be replaced by the next image. The number 2. The number 2. The number 2. An upside down triangle encased within a circle. An upside down triangle encased within a circle. An upside down triangle encased within a circle. A giant blue star out in space. A giant blue star out in space. A giant blue star out in space. The most beautiful view of nature that you've ever seen. The most beautiful view of nature that you've ever seen. The most beautiful view of nature that you've ever seen. Imagine your third eye now, keeping your eyes closed. You might turn the eyes upwards and inwards, looking at the space between the eyebrows. Hold the eyes here for a minute, concentrating on this subtle movement, and when it feels like your eyes are straining, just let them relax. Imagine now that you are able to see all that exists beyond what the naked eye can see. Waves of light, sound, and energy, moving simultaneously in all directions. You have the ability to see a wide array of colors not available to you before. A butterfly, for example, can see 12 times as many shades of color as a human can. Imagine what the world would look like. A bee can see flowers as if under an ultraviolet light, neon yellows, oranges, greens, and blues. Imagine a field of flowers in this new color palette. You can literally see trees breathing through their leaves. Breathing in carbon dioxide, breathing out oxygen, exchanging sunlight into nutrients, exchanging water with the air around them. Deep down beneath the soil, you can see fungi communicate with each other by sending nutrients back and forth along webs of mycelium. All of this wondrous beauty and energy happening around us that we cannot see with our eyes, yet we know happens at every moment, at every day. Know that as you lie here and as you dream, your mind has lots of activity happening that you may not be aware of. Images, patterns, colors, thoughts, all happening in the subconscious mind, often interacting with and playing out in your conscious waking life. Tapping into this power can help us to connect to our deeper selves and realize our values, visions, and dreams in the real world. Remember the mantra of the Ajna Chakra, I see. Inhaling I, exhaling see. Inhaling I, exhaling see. Inhaling I, exhaling see. Reaffirming to yourself that you have the power to connect to your intuition. That when you do this, You become more self-aware and see yourself and the world around you in a truthful way. Know that you have the capacity to envision great things and bring them to fruition. Bring your attention back to the breath, focusing on the sensation of breath in the nostrils, cool air in and warm air. The feeling of the breath as it touches the roof of the mouth and the back of the throat, all the way down and into the lungs, expanding outwards, pressing the rib cage, expanding the spaces between the ribs, and the sensation of the lungs compressing, the diaphragm lifting, the spaces of the ribs contracting, sending air back up and out. Taking a deep breath in and a long sigh out of the mouth. Deep breath in, long sigh out. Deep breath in, long sigh out. Coming back to your physical body now. Feeling warmth, perhaps under clothing or blankets. Feeling coolness on exposed skin, perhaps on the cheeks or the ears. Sensing any sounds in the space you're in. Any smells. Noticing any light between the eyelids. Perhaps fluttering your eyes open, adjusting to the light. Wiggling fingers and toes. Taking a big stretch if that feels right. Sensing all the muscles of the body as you inhale. And sighing as you exhale. Releasing any tension. Maybe repeating this a few more times, inhaling and exhaling to release. Tensing and relaxing. Tensing and relaxing. I was reading a poem by David Rushkin. I was reading a poem by Ryokan about a leaf and how it showed the front and back as it fell, and I wanted to call someone, my wife, my brother, to tell about the poem. And I thought that maybe my telling about the poem was the front of the leaf, and my silence about the poem was the back. And then I thought that maybe my telling and my silence together were honestly just the front of the leaf, and the back was something else, something I didn't understand. And then I thought that maybe everything I understood and everything I didn't were both actually just the front of the leaf, so that the totality of my life was actually just the front of the leaf, just the one side, which would make the other side my death. Unless my life and death together were really still on the front of the leaf, I had left the branch. I was falling. I was loose now in the bright autumn air. Moving slowly and mindfully now. Rolling over to one side. Taking a moment here to rest, reawaken. And when you feel ready, pushing yourself up to that comfortable seat. Thank you for showing up for yourself today in this practice of Yoga Nidra on the Ajna Chakra or the third eye chakra. Remember, you see, you have a vision set forth in that. This meditation dedicated to my teacher, Linda Oceans. For she's the reason I have that last poem I read to you. And really, it's about the impermanence of life. Appreciate you all. Om Shanti Om. Peace to you.